just over 25 days from the 26th NASCAR season getting underway down in Daytona.
Well, closer to home here, longtime comedian Bert Kreischer made his way through the Spectrum Center this evening as part of his Permission to Party tour. I need a ticket to that. He will also be in Daytona for the big race, but with a twist. Joey Ellis sat down with Bert before his big show.
Kreischer, stand-up comedian, father, podcast host,
author,
actor,
producer, writer. It's so silly. Just comedian and party host.
Party host as well. Really my first big question too, just in the minimal research that it took, just looking you up, looking into the background. Why the hell aren't we doing this with our shirts off at this point?
You tell me. I think probably because the network would lose their mind. When I was young, I'd go in to do like local news, and they have a young producer, 27, right out of college, and she'd be like, "Hi, you're gonna sit there, you're gonna talk to Bill," and I said my shirt's gonna probably come off. She goes, "Absolutely not."
It's good TV.
I'd be like, "Young lady, it's kind of my thing." She'd be like, "It will not be happening," and I just do it anyway, and then it would go nuts, and then she'd be like, "How did you know that was gonna work?" And I was like, "Oh God."
The Permission to Party tour for you, it's been a grind. I mean, it's gonna rolling in through Charlotte, rolling on through the new year. It's a grind. We were talking about it off camera. Why do you do it? Why do you enjoy it so? I mean, just every night somewhere. I mean, you said you won't be home for 7-8 weeks.
Yeah. Well, you heard the other conversation was me working on jokes. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
That when you heard, what if I took this and I moved this here, and then that's the thing. It's why a baker gets up at 4 a.m. every morning because he loves to bake. And for a comedian, the only way we can do this is on the road. And I love telling a good story. I just love it. And I love making people happy. I love having people disconnect from the stuff going on in their lives for just a second. I love the art form of stand-up. I really do.
This is different from some of the sports interviews and whatnot that we've done with athletes, when they've known at a certain point that, hey, they're pretty good at that. When did you know that this could be your thing, something that you are passionate about and just want to do how you're doing it?
Identical to an athlete. I played baseball with a lot of guys that went pro. And I kept saying to my dad as a kid, why didn't anyone talk about me playing baseball the way they talk about them? And my dad just very flatly, this is how you raise kids back in the 80s and 90s. He was like, you're not as good as they are.
Yeah.
You're just not. But that's not to say you're not going to be good at something, but you got to find your thing. That for them is baseball. You got to find your thing. And the first time I did stand-up, I went back to my apartment, I called my dad, and I said, I think I found my thing. I really did. That first time I did stand-up, I did maybe 20 to 25 minutes off the top of my head, no preparation, and it was really good. And I was like, oh, this is my thing. And I really think I found my thing.
We can't have you in Charlotte where racing and NASCAR is paramount in the city as it is here. Obviously, you're going to be going to Daytona. You've never been there. You get your full.
No, I've been there.
We've been there out to the race itself.
The reason we teamed with NASCAR.
Yeah.
We teamed with NASCAR to throw the official pre-party for the NASCAR 500, for the Daytona 500 at the Ocean Center the day before NASCAR, February 14th. And the only reason I'm doing it is because I'd been to Daytona.
Yeah.
And it is such a party. It is such a party. It is so fun. And I got recognized more than anywhere I've ever been recognized in my life. Like Johnny Cash in prison. And I was like, dude, everyone's here 4 days before.
Right.
Why aren't we throwing like a crazy party? So I got Leonard Skinner. I got Diplo, I got Ernest, I'm bringing a bunch of comedians. We're gonna run the whole day. We got beer, we got barbecue. It is a one night only event. It is the pre-party, but it's because I'd been to Daytona and I realized how much fun it was.
It's gonna be a blast for sure. I mean, what's your affinity with the sport of NASCAR? Did you have we were talking about Dale Sr. early on. Did you have a favorite driver in the past, one in the present that you kind of?
First of all, Joey Logano is always going to be my favorite driver because he's the first NASCAR guy that ever knew who I was. I was not a fan of NASCAR growing up. We'd watch races, they'd be on in the background. I grew up in Florida, that's how it is.
Sure.
And then one day I said to my buddy Elliot, who has the biggest radio show in DC and is a huge NASCAR fan, I said, yeah, I don't get it. And he goes, well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He goes, it's one of the biggest sports in the world. Do you realize when you say you don't get it, that's almost like accepting ignorance. And he goes, I'll tell you what, do this. Just watch the last 15 minutes of the race. I'm gonna call you and we'll watch it together. We watched it and it was a really thrilling race. And I was like, whoa, what's happening? What's happening? He goes, this is why you gotta watch the last hour of the race.
Right.
And he goes, and once you start getting used to watching the last hour of the race, Bert, you're gonna start the race and you're gonna watch the whole race. He goes, it's the best. You put it on in the background, you set up your barbecue, you come in, you check out where your guy is. And he got me into NASCAR. And then once you go to a NASCAR race, once you go there, the community is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. to get around and just walk around where everyone's camped out is absolutely amazing.
One other thing, too, you see guys like Michael Jordan, non-NASCAR guys, they've got ownership in these NASCAR teams. Is that ever something down the road? It's like, hey, maybe I'd throw my hand at being behind some kind of ownership for a team there.
I would, yes. I would love to be a part of a NASCAR team. That will never happen for me. There's no way my wife will greenlight it, and if my dad's still alive, he'll never let me do that.
So sticking to the stand-up to the meantime.
I'm going to stick to stand-up and let the people that, like Michael Jordan's got so much money, I'm sure at that point you're like, might as well buy a team.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, Bert Kreischer, appreciate you coming through Charlotte and continuing on the tour, and really looking forward to Daytona. Hopefully we'll bump into you there.
It's going to be
should be a great week.
It's going to be a blast. Get your tickets at fullthrottlefestival.com, February 14th, the official pre-party for the Daytona 500. Me, Leonard Skinner, Diplo, and Ernest. It's going to be a blast.
It'll be a blast. There you have it.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.